Hello there. I'm going to be talking to you today about using your time productively and efficiently, small business owners, and to get you thinking about finding your rhythm so that you can tame those tasks and things that you need to do in your business in a way that's going to fit you. You will be pleased to know that I'm not going to sort of sit here and tell you that you need to use this time management technique and that productivity tool, because that won't work. And why not? It's because time management is not about a one size fits all solution. It's about finding what's going to fit you. You need to find the right rhythm for you and your business, and we're all different. We all have different circumstances, different family setups and responsibilities. So only you know the time you have to work on your business. In essence, then you already know how to set yourself up for success. But we can all get bogged down in that 9 to 5, and often we never look at our circumstances and consider actually how they affect, what we do, when we do it, and how we do it. That's looking at both internal and external factors. These are all the things that you've got to consider. And here's a few of them here. Think about it. When are you your most creative? Are you an early bird or a night owl? If you're an evening person, don't try and force it by working in the morning. You'll end up procrastinating, And if you are a morning person, don't drag your day out all long until the evening. That's not when you're going to be at your best and most creative. Maybe you've got children or elderly relatives that you're caring about. Think about how these affect you sort of mentally and affect your time and your day and your week. If you've got a dog, you've got to take it for a walk, or a horse, you've got to take care of it. Even attending networking events, how does that affect your normal rhythm? There's a whole host of factors to consider that make us individual and unique. Constantly need to make adjustments to your schedule, and ultimately these all affect our time management, your health at any time, appointments, the time of year, fitting in your sort of self-care and your hobbies. All of these things affect our time management. And then there's products and software and apps that we use in our business, and that can affect how we work and how we manage our tasks. Are you a Windows, Microsoft user, or Gmail? You've got an Android phone or an iPhone? What browser do you use? Even down to that. By the way, I'm a big fan of Google Chrome for all the extensions. So to begin to see what I mean, all of these factors impact on your time and how they affect what you do too. It is impossible to put you in a box and say, follow this time management strategy, because we're all unique and different. So in essence, time management is all about knowing yourself, creating a schedule that's going to work for you and your family and your personality and your business. This is why you need to get to know yourself and your triggers so that you can prioritize the important tasks and things for you in your business. And then you will see improved productivity. You need to plan your precious time carefully. You need to know what needs to be done and when it needs doing by. So firstly, work out your optimum time to work, be it morning, night, afternoon. Then take an honest look at your day and what you do right now. Are there pockets of time during the day that you could switch around and optimize your time to your advantage when you are the most creative? I'm a morning person, an early bird. I'd rather get up and get going than work of an evening. I'm constantly learning about myself and adjusting and tweaking my rhythm. In the wintertime, I like to get up and go into the office in my jammies sometimes. Thank goodness there's no Zoom recordings going on at that time of the day. In the summer, when the mornings are a bit brighter, I would switch my day around. I perhaps go out for a walk and get outside when it's lighter first thing, and your internal rhythm changes. You adjust accordingly. So when you're looking at your rhythm, importantly, don't forget it begins with prioritizing your self care and you, whatever that means to you. There are so many apps and pieces of software out there to help you manage your time. But managing your tasks and your time is intensely personal thing, as we're discovering. We are all unique. As humans, we will reject anything that doesn't feel right and that we don't understand or know how to use or that someone recommended to us. And that's a good instinct, but it doesn't make finding the right app or a bit of software to help you that quite difficult. And to be honest, there isn't a perfect one out there. So again, it's finding something that's going to work best for you and the way you like to work. And forget about trying the latest shiny thing and forget downloading that, shiny object syndrome, yet another tool just because someone says you need to. Once you understand yourself, you can get curious and find out which things might fit better for you and that'll make you feel like the boss of you and not the other way around. As a VA, I have to work with a variety of software and apps because my clients are all different and work differently. My preferred project management tool for my business is Trello because it's very visual and it suits my personality and it does what I need it to do for me. Don't get me wrong, I love a pretty bit of stationery and a brand new notebook, but to run my business, I can't leave it on a piece of paper. It all goes on my Trello boards where I can add labels and deadlines and add links to documents and websites and collaborate with others, assigning tasks. That is the beauty of using a project management tool. And it's in Trello where I can break down those big tasks into smaller, actionable, note that word, actionable tasks. Sometimes we can put a heading in there and it doesn't mean anything. You actually need to break it down so that you can manage it and pick out the certain parts and elements of it and break them down into actionable and achievable tasks. I have a daily to-do list and a weekly plan and my 90-day plan all on my Trello boards. I also have the app on my phone so that anytime I think of something, I can pop it onto my brain dump board and I'm not going to forget it. Probably realised by now I don't have a magic wand and I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you must do to manage your time. But these next few nuggets of information are the ones we probably all know, but maybe we haven't thought about how they affect our time management, both in our personal and our business life, because they aren't interchangeable. This is about us as a whole. Are you ready? Okay, you've probably heard them before, but here we go. Motivation. So much about completing tasks, making systems, and running our business day to day is influenced by our motivation. And that can be quite complicated sometimes. There we are, one week we're in a good mood, it all goes well, another time, not so much. Outside factors have come in and set us off and upset our equilibrium. So ask yourself, what motivates you to run your business? Why do you do what you do? Is it freedom, being your own boss, your passion for what you do, circumstance, money? Maybe it's all of those. When I was researching for this, I came across a chap who said that if every day you worked like you were about to go on holiday, you'd get so much done. It's true, isn't it? When you know you're going away, you can bash out all you need to do to get there and be ready for the off. Some of us work better to a deadline, a little bit of time pressure. If that's you, look how to perform your best with that type of rhythm so that it doesn't overload you. I don't think it's something that is sustainable in the long term, but for short periods of time, I could see it working. It's about balance and what motivates you to get stuff done. Habit and consistency. Again, we've heard these before, but they do help you build a more reliable business, not only to give you a reliable income, but they help you get reliable clients, and in turn, your clients, your audience, will see you as a worthwhile investment. Have a focus. Have a plan. You can't run a business without a plan. 30, 60, 90 day, whatever. Because often things in business need time to work. There is this culture of what appears to be like overnight success, but no one talks about the time and the effort that has gone into that success. When you're planning, set yourself some goals, some outcomes, so that you know what you're working towards, and then take the time to reflect on them and review them regularly so that you can make the necessary adjustments. Clarity. If you have your plan, you will have clarity on what you should be working on in any certain time frame. Where you should be focusing your energy and your actions, which means you'll be less likely to procrastinate and make your precious time worthwhile. Instead of walking into your office and sitting at your desk and thinking, oh, I don't know what I should be doing today, or what am I working on or selling? Have that focus. Know what you should be doing. You've all heard about eat that frog, get the tricky, difficult things done first. I used to, and on occasion I still do, struggle with being realistic about how long a task is going to take me. And I use a timer. I use Toggle, and especially if I'm doing something new, so that I can learn how to plan my time better going forward, knowing how long a task is going to take me, and then I'm able to block the time effectively. Otherwise, if you don't know what you should be doing each day or week, and you don't know how long it's going to take you, you're putting yourself in a really difficult position. You're setting yourself up to fail, and that puts an enormous amount of pressure on you. Then when you don't achieve what you thought you were going to achieve, you can berate yourself, and that puts you in a negative mindset, which will have an impact on you and everyone around you, and that can spiral into procrastination and overwhelm. Don't waste your time doing things you don't know how to do. Outsource so that you can move your business forward. Yep, as business owners, we need to understand the processes in our business, but it doesn't mean we have to do them all. Stop multitasking, spinning all of those plates. Be clear, have that clarity and that focus on the things that will move your business forward. Out of all of the different time management techniques, these are my suggestions if you don't do them already. Time block. Focus on different activities, whether it's in finance one day, or marketing, or blog writing, or you're making your calls day, but always create a buffer time for contingency, for interruptions, and also for those things that take you longer than you think. If you've not tried it, give the Pomodoro technique. If you've got something you're avoiding often and you need that extra bit of motivation, you set your timer for, let's say, 25 minutes. You work on that task uninterrupted. Then you get up, move around, take a 5 or 10 minute break, and then another focus session, and keep going till you've completed that task. As I mentioned earlier, I use a time tracker called Toggle, and there's a Pomodoro button on there that you can use. And I've got a useful blog on time blocking and the Pomodoro technique. I will make sure you get a look at those at some point and share the links with you. Be intentional about how you're using your time and guard it fiercely. What distracts you when you're working? Think about what will hamper your consistency and reduce all those distractions. Put your phone on flight mode. Switch off those alerts on your computer that show you when an email has arrived. Oh, the worst ones that make a noise. Focus. Don't constantly check your emails. Do you use your autoresponder so that clients know when you're available? Manage their expectations and set your boundaries. You can waste so much time constantly going in and checking your inbox, popping onto social media. Block those time and don't let yourself be distracted from what you need to do. Do you use your calendar efficiently? Ensure it shows that you are busy so that you don't get a call or a meeting booked in. Identify the days or the times that you're going to be working on your business and guard them. Hold yourself accountable to your plan. Reframe how you think about your valuable time. Do you have a business mentor or a coach or a friend you can work with on your accountability? Tell them what you're going to be doing. I'm going to be working on my blog, for example, and let them call you out. Make sure that you've written your plan down and refer back to it when you lose your way. It happens, life gets in the way. But if accountability will really help you, then try it out so that it can aid you and take your business forward. Have you tried working from somewhere else? It can help with your creativity. Perhaps you need to just get out of where you are. It's knowing about yourself and how you tick. I know I'm too nosy watching people. I'd never get anything done, let alone food and coffee temptations. As I said earlier, be realistic with your time. You aren't going to get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Know what you should be doing and stop procrastinating, as we call it. Prioritize those goals wisely. Yeah, work out what needs to be done first that's going to move your business forward. Every business owner has a to-do list of some sort. Make your daily to-do list finite, especially if you write it on a piece of paper. Draw a nice big fat line under what you're going to achieve that day. Generally no more than 2 to 3 items. And then when things occur or happen during the day, you need to write them down and add them to your list. At the end of the day, you're not going to look at it and think, oh no, look at all those things I haven't done. Literally, they don't belong there. Ensure you review your to-do list at the end of each day and take time to acknowledge what you have achieved and celebrate those wins. On my Trello board, I can move a card across to the done list and it goes poof and gives a little spurt of confetti. It makes me smile. I like it. I like to see it. It helps me with my motivations. As I said earlier, I have a brain dump list on my Trello board. And so if I've had things written down or there's things in my head, I can put them onto there and I don't need to worry about remembering them. And I've got the Trello app on my phone, so I can, anywhere I'm out, I can just go in and pop it on that list. Post-its. I actually use a dry white post-it board, and on Monday I will write 3 things that I will be disappointed if I haven't achieved them before the weekend. This is part of my motivation, especially if I know I've got some challenging tasks to complete. Come Friday, I can look at those 3 things, hopefully cross them off with a flourish. But if not, it's time to look at, why? Why didn't I get that done? What happened? Was I procrastinating? Was I spending too much time having fun in Canva? It has been known. Time management is trial and error in finding your rhythm, but you will be more productive that way if you can find out what makes you tick and works for you. And it is worth spending a bit of time to do that. Set your rhythm and then book your work in and around this for when you feel most creative. Then comes the easy part. You just have to do it. So, a little bit of a recap. It's all about knowing yourself and the way you work and the context that's attached to it. Yeah. Create a schedule for your work day, work week. It is crucial to managing your time effectively. Prioritize your tasks. Schedule specific times for each task. Time block with that contingency. Be mindful of your energy levels and minimize as much multitasking where you can and those distractions. And remember to adjust your schedule as needed to ensure that it works for you. These are all key strategies that can help you stay organized and productive. I hope that there have been something there that will help you think about your time management. I am available always for a chat if you'd like to discuss a little bit more about managing your time and things to help you find your rhythm. Thank you for listening.